So we are back after what's been a bit of a short break. That's due to some sort of glitch, which obviously can't be controlled. So we did do 6 laps, and obviously because of that, we have shortened the event now down to a 25 lap race or a 35% race, so it should be a little bit quicker, hopefully, and won't take too long. So for the drivers, it'll be once again back into the action. I'm not really too sure what the grid will be, and where the grid will be decided from. Are we going back to the original grid? I'm not really too sure, but we'll soon find out what the grid order is going to entail overall. Or are we going to see, the grid taken from the last, last relevant point in the race, which would have been before, lap 5, before that safety car, the second safety car. So, yeah, we're soon going to see what actually is the grid. So I think we're going to go to just when the safety car came out. So Matthias then is on pole position, and it is lights out and away we go then for the second time this evening in today's racing event then here. And again, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Please no safety car, because we've just had a red flag. So it would be nice just to get a bit of actual racing underway, and just have a race without any sort of problem just for now. At least get deeper into the Grand Prix before we get our first safety car, hopefully this time around. So Matthias leads the way then, and I don't see Shay, so I think Shay's decided to drop out on this one, unfortunately, despite everything. So Spray's making up moves as the two GRL guys going into each other then there. So Pilavidas also making up some positions and gaining position on Ramen as the two GRLs come together. And have they taken each other out? Well, no, but what they have done is ruined each other's race. So I'm not sure whether it was Spray who was responsible for that overall, but yeah, down the inside I think it was a top car flogger goes then on his teammate, I'm pretty sure, just seen. So them two fighting away, the two top house flogger and the two floggers, overall. So them two having a battle as Ivy Whiffle into the pit lane already at the end of lap 1. Same with Schizo, who is also into the pit lane then here. So both of them into the pits already during this Grand Prix. And unfortunately for them two, that's going to be a very damaging stop and a long evening or a long race today in this second sort of race. So anyway, back to the leaders, or the two leaders, and currently Matthias holds about 1.5 second advantage over Nice Job. So Patrick is about a second ahead. So the two ERL guys making good progress and pulling away from Nice Job. However, Nice Job is on the mediums. Those mediums will, go longer into the race, and maybe, who knows, Nice Job chooses a little bit later on in the race to go on to the softs, because it does seem the softs, even in the last race, was the tyre of choice to be on at the start for a lot of the front runners. Or was it the mediums? I think it might have been mediums, actually. Apologies for that. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm pretty sure it was mediums or softs. Can't really remember. I think it was mediums. That was the tyre of choice. But going a bit further back down the order, having a look for any battles we can see. So currently I think this is, the closest battle on the track between Spray and top car flogger. Can he move up the order? and into P9. Obviously DRS will be enabled now this lap, so obviously once they all come around to complete the lap, that will be seeing DRS enabled, or in fact DRS is already enabled, hence Flogger got the move done into turn 1 quite rather quickly, and he is into 9th now in this race as Spray demoted down the order into 10th. So Josh currently leading the way of this 3-car train, or 4 cars in fact, with KXI is in the background there as well. So for these drivers, I'm not really sure who's the quickest out of them all. However, if Josh hasn't got the pace, it might be a wise idea just to let maybe his teammate or George through, because this is a team event, of course, and given it's a team event, you know, it's 10v10 in truth, so you don't want to be necessarily fighting your teammate, you know, in this race. This isn't a self-individual event. Obviously, this is a league versus league race, so it is a bit different. You know, obviously, I'm sure individual honours is something they'll want, as Josh has retired from the Grand Prix, so he is our first retirement of today's race, and unfortunately for him means he won't get any points, as Ali has also joined him in that retiring decision, so he is out as well. So we've lost now 1 GRL and 1 ERL car from today's race, as Schizo and Ivy Whiffle will move up the orders for them, so they're now into 14th and, well, sorry, 13th and 14th, because Spray has pitted. So for Spray, he is going to come out in a distant 15th down the order, has got a 5-second penalty as well for good measure, so for him it's not being a good race so far, and he'll be disappointed in that. However, Nice Job is getting closer now to the 2 ERL lads who are out front, as we see then both ERL lads fighting away, Patrick and Matthias, who currently pushing each other through. Gotta be careful then, the 2 ERL lads out front, because Nice Job is there to pounce on the pair of them, and for Nice Job, you know, ultimately he isn't gonna, you know, go easy on either of these 2. As I say, he is there if these 2 decide to have an incident, then he's going to be the first one on the scene and go through. As we see then from Patrick's point of view, obviously a very quick driver in ERL, certainly on a Monday, doing a very good job for the Ferrari team on a Monday, and currently he's doing a decent job here for ERL, but obviously both Nice Job and Matthias are going to have DRS. Is Matthias close enough to make the move? He's going to go for it into turn 1. Nope, decides to stay behind. So playing the team game then there, which is good to see. Obviously knows Nice Job is in the background, and all of this is actually allowing also Do Delay to close up also to the back of them all. So Do Delay is also in the hunt then for this win by the looks of it as well. So for Do Delay, he will be quite pleased to see that gap come down ever so slightly. Maybe not enough, or maybe not as quickly as he would like, but it is coming down to the car ahead of him. So he is gaining whilst the 3 in front battle away, and for him that is only music to his ears. So going back to then these 3, because this is currently the closest battle sort of on the track at the moment, I believe. Everyone else seems to have a bit of a gap between them, and obviously this is the most important battle as well, in all truth. So are they gonna get through is then Matthews going to go for it. Nope. Once again stays behind. We got a yellow flag. And Slow is out, triggering a safety car. So there we go. Safety car is out. Then, once again, third safety car of the day. 8 laps in, though. So imagine for the soft runners, this is brilliant timing. For the medium runners, I'm not really so sure it's the best of timing, because they're going to now have to kind of go either, you know, onto the same strategy as the soft runners, which will be probably now either onto the mediums or the hards. Thing is, mediums might be able to get to the end. Obviously, hards definitely, but softs, I'm not sure. So that's kind of the state of play. You know, softs could maybe get to the end. It'd be a very bold strategy if you do go for that. The mediums, you know, probably can. You might not have much tyre life or grip come the end, but probably you can do it. Hards definitely will get you home in this point in the Grand Prix. So it'll be interesting now to see what all of them go for. Obviously, they're all going to dart into the pit lane. One thing, bit of trouble there. Hopefully no one picked up a penalty as the two collide. One thing that you can't actually tell, unfortunately, is where is your teammate in all of this. So you can come in and get a bit stuck behind, obviously, your teammate if you don't know who your teammate actually is, and it's impossible really to tell you who your teammate is, besides from, well, they're all teammates to each other. So, right, in terms of the tyre strategy, nice job has gone for the softs. Obviously, everyone else in the front has gone for mediums. Obviously, that's a wise call. The only one who stayed out is Top House Vlogger on the medium, so he's decided, you know what, I want to be in the lead of this race and just lead maybe a couple laps, you know, of the Grand Prix. So for him, he's obviously going to be ahead and start this race ahead of everyone else.
superstitious, but in the long and fruitful history of F1, no one with the surname Hill has ever failed in winning a world title. For example, Graham Hill, David Hill, and Bill Hill are previous world championship winners. Podium in 2021. Still though, Mark Schumacher holds the record for highest percentage in
So, safety car is in this lap. Obviously, Top House Flogger can restart the race once more. Will be again his prerogative, a win to go. And it is his choice, his call. So, when will he decide to restart? Obviously, is on those 12 lap old mediums. And he's gone. And in fact, he's caught Patrick by a bit of surprise here. And Patrick is obviously on those softs. And Patrick is all over. Is all under pressure from Nice Job. Is Nice Job able to go around the outside? He's obviously got his car alongside. Then Patrick here, as the two squabble it out for what would have been P2 in this race, but Patrick holds on. However, having just said that, Patrick is still under pressure as these two still side by side going up the hill, and it could be in the end the fact that obviously Top House Flogger is then, well, unfortunately Nice Job is out, and Top House Flogger kind of almost became the domino in all of that effect. So Top House Flogger, I think, tapped maybe Nice Job, as Nice Job tried to go around the outside. A very ambitious move. Neither Patrick or Top House Flogger would give up the position to the GRL driver, especially Patrick. He fought for that P2 or P1 like a lion and just didn't give up the position. Nice Job tried to then go around the outside of Top House Flogger. I don't really know who's at fault for that. I'm not going to lay blame on anyone there, but you know, overall for Nice Job, it is his race over. And quite frankly, in terms of a league versus league, I mean, you'd have to say now, unfortunately, for a lot of them, this is now really ERL's league versus league race to go and lose, because I'm no genius, but we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4, you know, GRL drivers left in the competition in the league versus league, and unfortunately for GRL, I think that is it in terms of our hopes. Our last hope, true hope, was Nice Job, and unfortunately for Nice Job, it is the race over for him, and I think that will be the race over for GRL lads, who could have been done so much more, but unfortunately turns out they have not delivered today enough to go and take this one. And we've still got, well, 10 laps of racing to go. Hopefully no more safety cars, you know, after this, because it's been now quite a long race, but we'll soon see.
Formula One is now as such because the participants agree US Grand Prix, which saw 14 cars pulled out of the race due to tyre safety concerns.
So we are back to the green then, as you know, that safety car lasted a bit shorter than I anticipated. But under pressure is Delay from Pilavidas, who is looking to get on the inside at turn 1. Obviously can't get the move done there, unfortunately for him. However, Raman is being overtaken by KXI, and he's now down into 6th. So for the ERL lads, pretty much come home, finish race, don't take too much risk. But Raman then on the very ambitious move around the outside there, getting the move done. Can he complete it and back up into 5th then? So he is got the position back and won. Obviously Schizo is going to try and maybe fight back against Pilavidas. Can Pilavidas go on and win this race? Well, he is going to be the last chance for maybe... can Pilavidas go on and win this race? He would be the last chance in this race, really, for then GRL. But there are the 2 GRL lads. So Takas Patrick leads out front from Delay, who's in currently P2. Currently, Delay is the buffer between them all. So we're soon going to see who can become the winner. And we've still got Matthias in this race, don't forget, who's down in 10th and making progress up the field. In fact, we'll go back to the ERL driver. Obviously was on pole, and obviously his teammate Iron Kid letting him through, so that was a very nice gesture of him. But as he does so, Spray almost gets wiped out by Iron Kid then there, unfortunately, and that was a bit of a rough one. But Spray's still going for the move as these two battle away for what would be then the final point, I believe, or final, top 10 position at least in the race. So Matthias making nice progress up the field, no surprise. A lot of his teammates just letting him on through, not putting up any resistance to, obviously, Matthias, probably knowing that he's either going to get them at some point or another. So they're just obviously, not going to delay that process, delay the inedible. So it's just better to let your rival through in that instance. For Spray, dropped back a little bit, unfortunately, after those 2 tangles. But, he is still in the race. So that's what counts. As Pilavidas went for the move there and unfortunately took out then, it was... Who was it? It wasn't... Delay. Took out Delay, unfortunately. And for Pilavidas, that has also cost him a bit of wing damage, as he is kind of, GRL's last hope. As who's off the track? It is Schizo off the track? Yes, Schizo. Or was it Schizo? I don't even know who was off the track. No, it was KXI. KXI was off the track. Obviously, he's still in the race. Can he get going? He's probably damaged his rear wing as well now, for good measure. So, not going to be good for him. We see George Matt into the pit. So, George Matt really pretty much out of this one. But out front then is Patrick, who has now got a 1.5 second lead from Schizo, who's ahead now. And you can see Pilavidas is all over the place, but he's still trying to hold on to what is pretty much no longer a position, as we almost see a coming together between the 2 ERL lads of Top House Vlogger and Matthias. Obviously, Matthias is the next driver who is going to then take probably Pilavidas in here then, and this is just pretty much the inedible then going on. That's going to happen. A little bit of contact there was, a little bit of wheel banging between the two, and you can just see how close then Matthias is to the back of then Pilavidas through here. Obviously, that wing damage is certainly not doing Pilavidas any good. And unfortunately, he is now down into 4th and going to lose another position as well. Now down into 5th. And is he going to lose also the position to his teammate? Yes, he is. So unfortunately for him, he is now into 6th. And he might just lose another position here. But going on the inside, we have got Iron Kid still fighting Spray. Spray's up to 9th now. So obviously about 6 laps to go, or 5 laps to go. Can Spray finally get Iron Kid? Obviously, Iron Kid fighting out for this 8th position right now, as someone I think was in the pit lane there. Not sure who. Might have been George Matt retiring. Obviously, can George Matt get a fastest lap? I'm not really too sure. Someone's off at the back of the grid. Might be KXI. Yep, it is KXI, so he's off. You know, but Spray up into 8th. Got the move done very nicely then for once and for all, and that's him ahead of Iron Kid in this Grand Prix. So, Top Car Flogger is the next driver trying to get past Pilavidas, who we know has got wing damage. Currently, obviously, you can see that front end plate broken. And for him, he'll obviously be suffering. However, whilst he's suffering, there is still no initiative to let Top Flogger go, because whilst this is all happening, obviously he's pushing then Spray into Top Car Flogger then here. So this is going to be a key move now for Top Car Flogger to get the move done. He goes on the outside. We'll try and go around the outside. Something's happened out front, I think, or has it not? I don't know, just me seeing yellow flags. I thought it might have happened, but yeah, for Top Car Flogger, sorry, he's going to go round the outside. No, not quite. Obviously, well, we can see the wing damage, but there is Spray trying to, well, lurking in the background. Can Top Car Flogger get through? Yes, he can. And now for obviously Pilavidas lets Spray go, but you can see how much closer Spray is now to Top Car Flogger here, and this would be the battle for 6th. Currently, though, it is a ERL 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then in this race, they are going to finish then today. And obviously that probably would mean they are ERL versus GRL League Racing Champions for 2023 at Zandvoort. Obviously, who's going to win? Well, Skizio has got a 3-second penalty. So for him, that's going to drop him down the order. For Takas, obviously, or for Patrick, he will gain 3 seconds, so he will cross the line, maybe second. However, in the end, second will become first, and for Skizio, that will be just a win. A bit, a bit, not unimportant, but won't really count, because, he'll cross the line, and that penalty will be added to his end of race time. So for him, he might not even get P3 here, unfortunately, as KXI is now retired. Obviously, was a long way back. Same with George Matt, also another driver a long, long way back in this race. For them too, their days are pretty much done and dusted. But for KXI, it won't be too much of a loss for ERL, because obviously we go into the final couple of laps. Currently ERL have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 cars inside the top 10. Plus 4 of those 6 are currently out front. It might be actually 7 cars inside the top 10 or whatever. So yeah, pretty much ERL have got this wrapped up and done and dusted then here, as we see then Spray and Top Flogger battling it out. Top Car Flogger battling it out, as Dudelay picks up a 3-second penalty Will we see Dudele come in, maybe fit new softs and try and get a fastest lap point? Obviously, it won't make a difference in terms of the result, because obviously we know Dudele is pretty much, well, we know ERL are pretty much gonna, win this league versus league competition now. That's a given, almost, or pretty much half a given. Right, can Patrick take back what would be P1? Or is Skizio going to keep P1? I think, personally, if it was me and I was Skizio, I would give P1 to Patrick, only because I believe he deserves to cross the line first, not second. But for, obviously, Skizio, that'll be down to him to decide upon that, And for Spray and Top Car Flogger, them two battle it out, but I think Spray might have survived the final attack then here, as Raman actually has got ahead. So even though probably ain't going to do much to affect the result, however, there's still pride on the line for those drivers that are still racing from GRL, so well done to him not giving up despite that, so very, very good. But Skizio then is going to finish this race in first place. However, Patrick is going to become then your race winner here in the Netherlands. And he is weaving to the checkered flag, knowing he's won the Grand Prix, as the two just sort of crash into each other at the end there. It is Matthias who ends up finishing second then, due to the penalty that was applied to Skizio. Raman in fourth. Tophouse Flogger comes home in fifth. Spray in sixth. Seventh goes to Top Car Flogger. Iron Kid then is going to come across the line in eighth. So, yeah, he's going to come across the line in eighth for ERL. Pilavidas with that wing damage, obviously the best he could only do, unfortunately, was ninth. Obviously has also got a 5-second penalty, but that won't matter because Dudele is the next driver back. Can he get the fastest lap? I think that's all he's trying to do here on this final lap. As you can see, he's pretty much drained all the battery pack, and I think he might have got it. Obviously, George Matt was a lap down, so the race hence finishes Dudele in 10th. But ERL are, I think I can officially say on the stream, are the league versus league winners of this event. So that should be enough to secure them the victory, and shouldn't see anyone challenge that. So well done to ERL, because yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their cars inside the top 10. Meanwhile, GRL's only got 3 of their cars inside the top 10. In terms of your non-finishers, we've got Josh, Ali, Slow, Whiffle, nice job, and KXI. And then about 2 laps down, we have got George Matt, unfortunately. And Dudele did get the fastest lap with a 1:09.7 on that final lap. So well done to him on doing that, because I think he wanted that the most. So congrats there. So there we go then. That is your finishing order. Patrick takes the win from Matthias, from Skizio the top 3, and Raman in 4th. Then Flogger in 5th, Spray in 6th, Car Flogger in 7th, Iron Kid 8th, and Pilavidas and Dudele round out the top 10. So that has been the League vs League competition. Well done to all that participated. I hope you've all enjoyed not just the commentary, but also then the actual event. And hopefully there'll be more events set up like this in the future between the two leagues, or even between even more leagues then, hopefully, as the league grows. But until then, the next time, and probably until tomorrow, obviously ERL will be back tomorrow. Obviously, you can join GRL. I'm sure the league will give, like a Discord link where you can go join if you've joined ERL as well. So until the next time, see you all then.